Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our Swiss chocolate run here, and now with Precision DLC installed. And one good thing about this playthrough is that we do already have this Kverneland, and as I mentioned in the last episode, they did add the sensing for weeds that you can add, attachment that you can add to this Kverneland. So we will be definitely doing that for this one. We will not be using the John Deere on this map, but that is okay. Save us a little bit of money there, instead of having to buy a whole new sprayer. I'm okay with the ones that we bought. Have we only bought one so far? We might have only bought one so far. We might resort to that Kverneland for some of the other playthroughs, but our tribute run playthrough where we're using John Deere equipment, it was perfect. All right, so cows are good, right? Yes, cows are basically good. Production's good. Where's production? Down here. Production's good. I don't think there's anything else to do but fast forward another month. 9 o'clock. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit dark in the morning. Should be able to get the mowing done today. And then I'm not sure what else we'll be doing. So let's check the equipment here that we can get. I mean, okay, sure, nice. I mean, there's... it's a massive seeder, but we'd have to get the attachment because this thing doesn't actually hold the seed. You have to have the little thing that goes with it. But that is massive. Well, obviously we don't need it for this map. our fields aren't that big. It is time to harvest though, so let's get our mower set up. Still a bit dark. Got a line up on top of our old line here. Let me get the worker rolling first, just so I can check on some stuff. All right, we got some stuff to do today, right? So any of these that we can pick up that would be useful would be fine. Probably nothing that goes more than like 20 minutes or so, right? So the harvesting here wouldn't be too bad. It's not going to give us a lot of crop. We can keep 2,500 liters, but I mean 2,500 liters is something, right? 2,500 liters of corn would be at its good price. I think it's like $600, right? I just passed it. Oh, looks like $500. So that's $1,200. I mean, it's something. Doubles what amount of corn that we actually have right now. So I think we're going to go ahead and grab that contract just because we have time to do it. So we're going to borrow items for this. And then we might as well grab some of these other ones that would take not that long. Can we knock out both these contracts with the same piece of equipment? It's going to be close, but I think we can. We'll come back to the fertilizing and spraying ones if we have time. Thankfully, field 20 is very close. In fact, that is the one that's right below us. The one that I would like to buy at some point. Actually, with corn on there. If I had the money, I'd buy the field and use a forage harvester to turn that into some silage. Now, I don't remember if... this is basically a square field, isn't it? Yeah, so we can go side to side. If I remember right, in 19, when you did corn silage, you didn't even wait for it to get fully ready to harvest. You still wanted it green. And so you waited till it was like dark, like fully grown, but like not harvestable yet. And then you forage harvested that. So a little bit different take on things. You are going to grab this bad boy. Do you need a weight? Yeah, there's a weight over there. You're going to go to 13 first, I believe, which is actually the one we just did on the Sugar beets. All right, let's get you rolling. Go grab our trailer here. Oh, I suppose technically we could use our own trailer if we wanted to, but we might as well use this one for now. It's here. All right, cool. Things are rolling. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. One thing I can do, though, is unhook you and have you go grab my grass roller. Start rolling that. Because we will be doing one more round of grass before we switch over to grain. Make sure it overlaps the edge there. I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit here real quick. Let's get some daylight in here. There we go. There we go. What a difference. All right, so you're good. I'm right about halfway already. How's the cows doing? We definitely should get them some more food today and some straw, it looks like, and then empty out their slurry at some point. Not sure what that's going to look like, actually. Don't really have a place to store the slurry right now. We could go sell it, you know, it's not much, but we could sell it for... a whole 34. Actually, it's not a bad price. But what would it be, 38 times 34, which is nothing. Oh, 1,300 bucks for the amount of slurry that we have, which is not really worth it. The mowing's going to go fast. We can already see the yields popping up there. Again, the yields will sort of line up with the type of soil, right? So, whereas that one up there was, you know, mostly kind of that darker orange, and a little bit at the top was a little bit yellow. But it also gets, again, changed by making sure that we have the pH right and the fertilizing right, which we do not have at this moment. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to bother with any of that for the grass. We'll just let the grass be what it is. And then once we actually plant crop, we'll actually do the lime and all that kind of stuff, I think, at that point. I guess we could take over for you. Easy enough. Actually, you have the GPS mod installed or added. let's do this then. Let's come over here and let's auto width, A plus heading. Why did that not work? Why's my thing not working? Oh, I can't do this on stuff that's not my land? Really? Have I tried doing it on a contract before? I did not know you couldn't do it on your own without do your own land. Okay, well then never mind. I thought I tried before. I didn't mean to start the worker. I meant to do it myself. I guess I haven't. Well, okay, actually, here's what I think we can do. And it might not work. I think we can create one on our land. And it'll carry over. We're going to learn something here. Why not? All right, let's try this. So, why is it not working at all? What am I missing? A plus heading. Auto width. Yeah, I don't know. Very strange. It's got it set up. I mean, it's not that big a deal. I should not be wasting this much time on it, but I thought we could get it figured out. I mean, is it smart enough to know that it's the wrong crop and stuff like that? I'm actually not sure. I guess one way we could use it is we can have that little white line go right down the aisle. Oh no, we're gonna destroy the crop. Don't try this at home. There we go. That kind of unloaded kind of slow, didn't it? Let's get you. You're fine. Let's get you out of the way. Technically we should turn this back in, right? And then release it again in February. Just the back, right? Because we've got the front ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Because we won't get another grass for, what, 3 or 4 months, something like that. Already 41% of the way done. Because we could use you to get some more food for our cows. How much food do we need? It's not a full load, is it? So we probably want to start with the straw. Alright, good stuff. Straw's looking pretty good. Guess I should make sure you're still doing things, aren't you? You are actually on your last pass. Good stuff. Do you think cows are smart enough to be aware of the fact that I'm making their food right now? Like, does that excite them in some way that they're like, hey, I know what he's doing. I recognize something of this. I don't know. I mean, maybe they can smell it. Maybe that's all it is, but I wonder if they're smart enough to actually recognize the, you know, hey, he's got that fork thing now, or, you know, whatever. You know, maybe obviously they don't know what a fork is, but like they can kind of put two and two together of like maybe the best example I can say is my dogs. You know, if I go get my cereal bowl out, my dogs aren't going to say a thing. But if I go get their bowl out, my dogs are going to start freaking out because they know it's time for food. I'm like, do cows have any sort of reaction like that? Do they know? Hey, he's wearing his purple boots today. Those are his feeding boots. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think a lot of animals are smarter than we give them credit for, but I also think there's a lot of dumb animals, so I don't know which side of that coin cows sit on. It's not like I don't really know very well. I mean, I know horses can be very smart, right? I've seen horses that can be trained very, very well and do some pretty cool things. Cows, I don't know, you know? What can cows do? I've seen goats. Goats I've seen can do some crazy stuff. There's actually a zoo here where I live in Colorado. It's called the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, and it's actually Cheyenne Mountain is where NORAD is, right? So it's the same mountain. It's just, you know, different part of the mountain. Mountains are big, guys. So Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, they have this little goat that he stands on top of this tower that they have, and he's got this wheel that's attached to a you know, kind of a conveyor type belt type thing that has little cups on it, and he knows that if you put you know, some of his food in that little cup, he recognizes that, and he'll sit there and he'll spin up his wheel to come up to drop it in front of him so he can eat it, and then he'll just sit there and wait, and he'll be looking down, his hand on the wheel, waiting for the next one, and then you dump it in the cup, and then he's like, okay, time to go, and as soon as you do it, he's immediately starting. It's pretty fascinating. I mean, I know that's in one sense, it's a fairly basic thing. You know, I do this thing to get food. I mean, there's not much to that necessarily, but at the same time, it was way more than I thought goats were capable of, if I had to be perfectly honest. But I don't know. I have no knowledge of how intelligent, you know, goats are. Like I said, I've seen horses that are very, very smart. Obviously, I know dogs are very smart. Cats are mischievously smart. Obviously, we've seen, you know, you see lions and tigers get trained for circuses and things. I guess elephants can get trained. I mean, can any animal get trained? I mean, maybe. I have seen somebody attempt to train a goldfish. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of weird stuff. You never know how some of this stuff works. Oh, are you done? Or are you stuck? You're stuck. I didn't notice that you had... I didn't see the message pop up. I should probably give it a little bit of a header here. Just kind of, I don't know, one of those random things that I guess because I was sitting there looking at the cows. Plus, I saw a video the other day of camel. That was two camels. Two camels. I think they're in Australia. I think there were two rescue camels that, I mean, I don't know. Do camels live naturally in Australia? I don't feel like they do. Maybe they do, and I have no idea. But it seemed like they were out of place. But either way, I think they were rescues. Like maybe they were there for some other reason, and then this place rescued them and had them, right? And so the person was bringing out a bucket of food for these camels, and these camels were like hopping and jumping around. It was like, okay. I was not expecting camels to do that when they recognized that food's coming. It was kind of funny. For one, I didn't know camels would be hopping and jumping around like that in the first place, let alone for food. All right. Oh, sorry, my friend. I'm coming. Well, contract that was only supposed to take us, what, 20-something minutes? Looks like it's going to take us about double that. Part of that might just be because I'm slow, but I'm going to take that into account next time we look at contract timings. This trailer should not fill up all the way. since it is a trailer that has weight on the hitch there, the tongue, I guess, as opposed to a trailer that has the 4 wheels. But I could be wrong. We'll see. At least that's the pattern it seems to have been followed so far. I guess we won't know until we fill up some more. Now, I wonder if the weights, if that is in fact the case, where the ones that hitched, you know, that have like, well, this one kind of has 4 wheels, to be honest. I don't know how this one might be a little bit more balanced. It might actually be able to hold a bit more. If that is in fact basically how it works with the weightings and stuff. But there's still got to be a lot of weight on that tongue there, right? Or the, it's the tongue weight, right? Like that's the reason I keep saying tongue. Like, isn't that's a thing I've heard of. I don't know anything about trucks or trailers or anything like that, but I feel like tongue weight is a thing I've heard before. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, we'll obviously finish up these 2 contracts. I might skip 7 again this time. Just, I was only going to do contracts while we had stuff to do. And we're probably going to be done with this contract long before we even get close to 7. So we'll see. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you. And I hope you join me again next time. Thank you and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.